God. It's about to happen. Oh, I'm on the screen. I'm on the screen. Okay, I got this, guys. Hold on. I practice this. Hola a todos bienvenidos a Free World Radio. Hoy tenemos un invitado especial. Por favor. Just to let y'all know, my Spanish sucks, and I tried. All I tried to say was hello and welcome to another episode of Free World Radio. Today we have a very special guest coming on the show today. Please put your hands, and if you're a cat, put your paws. If you're a dog, put your paws. You know, everything together for Iman to come on the show. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am well. This is this is about to be funny. That's what a lot of people don't understand. This is about to be a very good interview. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know, the sun sets every day and then it rises on another.
Yeah. and we're lucky we get to see it.
So let's start off with what we need to start off with. Go ahead and tell our crowd here, that invisible crowd that's in the cameras, tell them all about you. Where you're from, what do you like to do, and what you are doing.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Iman. I'm originally from Venezuela.
Okay.
We speak Spanish over there. Your Spanish was no bueno.
It was horrible. It's okay.
I'm a professional violinist and an artist. Currently, I just released my newest single called La Noche Aquella.
We'll get back to that.
I have been performing since I was 2.5. So the stage was kind of always been my second home.
Okay.
I perform at like the halftime show with the NBA. I've done a couple of really cool things. I'm also a model, a high fashion model. So it's always been fun to incorporate my music now and the violin with, you know, the fashion world.
Okay.
And on top of that, my goal is to try to bring Latin pop to a new level. I think there's a lack of creation of Latin pop, and I'm excited to try to bring my spin into it. And yeah.
Well, let's talk about that. How do you intend to bring your own spin into Latin pop? Can you dive a little deeper into that?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a person, I listen to a lot of music. I listen to reggaeton and hip hop, and I listen to everything. But growing up, I used to listen to a lot of Taylor Swift and people that are really great songwriters. And I feel like in the Latin world, there's that space to be filled with maybe a new singer that will bring some of that songwriting and bring, especially for like girls that are 15, 16, 17, like in that range. I think there's that whole market that is kind of craving for a new girl to bring in kind of what they're going through and write it out for them in a language they can actually understand. And, you know, not a lot of people play the violin, so I'm excited to try to bring that in as well. I think it'll be different. So.
I was really hoping that you would bring your violin today. Like, in the back of my mind, I was like, please bring your violin.
Next time.
So let's talk about, before we get deep dive into your musical journey, because I know that's why you're here. You want to talk about your new song. But you know me, I met you as a violinist. Please tell me a little bit more about how you got into it, how you got so fluent with it, and how you actually got yourself from, you know, just kind of doing small gigs to where you are now.
Well, I've been playing the violin since before I could talk. And how it started out was, in my family, everybody's an athlete. Everybody. So my mom wanted me to do an extracurricular activity. We tried ballet and I cried. We tried gymnastics, I cried. We tried soccer and the coach cried. The coach said, girl, no. And the only thing that really stuck out to me was the violin. My mom took me to my first class, and as I was sitting there, it was the only time my mom never saw me crying. So I stuck it out. Started when I was 2.5. By the time I was 8 or 9 in Venezuela, I was considered a professional. I played in Caracas, which is the national as a capital. I played in like the National Symphony, which is considered one of the greatest in the world. When I was 11, I moved to the States, and I lived in Memphis, Tennessee, which obviously the blues over there, jazz, Elvis Presley. So I had a lot of cool influence. I've moved around a lot, and the violin, I always say, is really the only boyfriend that stuck with me. So I think it's so special. And it was really what got me into even then writing music later on.
Okay.
So.
Don't mind the shadow in the room. Just pretend it's not there. If you laugh, he'll come get us. Don't laugh. All right. No, that's very, so since you could even talk, I don't even know what I was doing before I could even talk. I think I was trying to hand-eye coordinate food to my mouth. So that's intense. So I take it that your family is 100% behind you with this.
Yes.
Like I can imagine.
Yes, absolutely.
Does anybody else in your family play instruments?
No, my dad has an amazing voice. He can sing, but nobody else plays instruments. I have 3 younger siblings. My brother is a D1 baseball player. My sister is like a D1 prospect for volleyball, and the youngest is also like a crazy baseball. The athletic genes skipped me, so I don't know what happened there. This height was for nothing.
So instead of going athletic, you just put all your talents into music.
Yes.
I love that for you. So what? At the end of this journey, where do you see you and your violin? Like, what if you could play at any venue in the world, any event, where would you like to go?
More than any venue, to me, my dream, like my musical dream, is obviously the dream is to live through your music, not have to have like a real job.
Of course.
And my dream is to open foundations back home, because music and sports is what keeps children and kids out of negative situations in the streets and things like that. And I've seen it help kids escape certain situations that they're born into. And I want to collaborate that. One of my one of my idols is Shakira, not only because of what she's done for Latin music, but she's opened foundations that are called Pies Descalzos, which means bare feet. Okay. And they're schools. And thanks to her, kids have gone on to go to university and schools. Nice. And kind of taken them out of that situation. I want to do the same for where I'm from. So more than any venue, to me, that's kind of the dream.
So now I have to ask a follow-up question. What are you doing to put that dream into reality? So
since I moved to the States, I've always played at churches, helping kids, like teaching them, because kids just don't know about violins. They think it's boring until they actually pick it up. So I've played at hospitals. This Thursday I have a gig. I'm playing kind of at the hospital just to try to like lift people's spirits up, especially in the holiday season. That's kind of what I like to do. Like those are usually my Thanksgiving and Christmas plans. So, little by little, it's like planting a seed. A kid will see the violin or a cello or a guitar, because I have friends that will come with me that also play other instruments. Mm-hmm. And you just spark their curiosity, and that'll lead them to, even if they don't become professionals, it'll lead them to, you become more disciplined, you develop different kind of skills that will help you, whether in school or the things that they like to do in the future. So.
See, I love that. I had a question and it just ran out of my head. It literally just ran out of my head. Oh, no. So for Thursday, you said you have a gig. Are there any other violin gigs you have coming up for the rest of the year into the new year? Oh, okay. I see your face lit up. Go ahead. Please tell us.
So this year has been really cool. I've gotten to perform in huge gigs alongside Marco Musica, which is one of the biggest comedians in the Venezuelan pop culture.
That was recent, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna say you
super
good.
recent. And then this Saturday I'm doing the same thing. So I'm opening for him in Miami.
Nice.
Saturday, Sunday as well, and then he's coming back here to Orlando. So I'm opening up for him on Monday. So we got cool things coming.
Get your money, girl. Get your money.
So we got cool things coming, but I can't spoil it all.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to tell your fans out there that are going to be watching this video?
No, that I love them. That's it.
Y'all thought y'all had one. Let's transition over to this new song. What is the name of this new song?
So the name of the song is La Noche Aquella.
All right, you got to translate and give me the goods.
The background. So La Noche Aquella means that one night. So the song is about that one night that somebody may have had in Miami, enjoying themselves. They might have seen a person that, kind of was like, oh, who is that? And so that's kind of the song that developed throughout that kind of feeling. It's in a collaboration with a Puerto Rican singer named Mare.
Okay.
And how we met is a very funny story. Essentially, he had released a song, and I really liked it, so I made a cover on it on the violin. He's also starting out his career, so we're kind of at the same level.
Okay.
And I made a song on it on the violin, and I posted it. I didn't even think he was gonna see it. I was like, cool, it was a cool cover. And he saw it, his dad saw it, so his dad like reached out to me, and I was like, I'd love to do something with him. His dad also manages him, like my mom manages me. So we kind of got into it, and it took us a year. Not to make the song, but for it to be released, going through labels and things like that. So it was really fun. I'm super proud of it. The music video was also really fun to shoot. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to hear the song.
That's the song you brought today, right? Now, just to let y'all know, at the end of this, she's going to give y'all a once-in-a-lifetime performance. Now, we don't have all the fancy-dancy, streamlight lights and stuff that you're used to, but we do have we do have Bill.
We have Bill. Guys, we named him Bill, okay? Doesn't he look like a Bill? One of my best friends is named Bill, so.
Please leave in the comments if our spaceman here looks like Bill.
Bill. His name is Bill.
So, while making this song that you just dropped, other songs, of course, have been made. What is your main inspiration when you make music?
My life, situations that I've gone through. My friends' lives. Sometimes with all my work, my life gets kind of boring. So I reach out to my friends, or they'll reach out to me. Listen, girl, can you believe what he did to me? And I'm like, 1 second. And I pull out my notepad. I'm like, what'd he do?
Tell me in full details what he did.
And I'm kind of obvious with my songwriting. I had a song come out earlier in the year called American Psycho. It was about a guy who was obsessed with the movie American Psycho. And he had blonde curly hair and blue eyes, and that's in the song, and he wasn't too thrilled with it, but it is what it is.
I gotta be careful. You might put
Have you got any experiences?
There was this one time at band camp. Everybody has a time at band camp. We played our trumpets. That's it.
All right, y'all. Band camp coming out January 2026.
Yo, I wouldn't even know what to do. I would just be like, well, here we are.
But there's that.
I could have said something really cool. Instead, I said band camp. Where do you see your musical talents taking you next year, 2026? What are the goals? What are the dreams?
The goals are release my first EP. So that's coming in the spring.
Okay.
I'm really, really excited.
Make sure we get that. So we
absolutely.
Please
Hello.
we
will be back.
Yes.
With better hair, but it's fine. So that's the main goal for the year right now, releasing the EP.
Okay.
And promoting it and for people to kind of hear my story and hear how I'm involving the violin in the EP.
If you don't mind, because you said involving your story, can you can we pry a little bit into that? Tell us a little bit about what this EP is going to really entitle. You say your story. What about your story? So
as somebody that I've had the privilege of moving a lot, but with that comes a lot of starting over and trying to re-find yourself and getting lost. And if you go watch my new music video, I wear these little butterfly wings that I'm kind of... You'll see a lot of butterflies because it's kind of the emblem of the album.
And before you go too far, where can they find this music video at?
Imen Musica. It's on every platform. YouTube, wherever you would like to watch your things. It'll be on Instagram, YouTube. Imen Musica. It's music with an A at the end. It's Spanish.
You guys hear that? Okay, cool. Okay, continue.
Cool.
Sorry.
No. So the album emblem is a butterfly. Why? Because butterflies go through a season of change and then they become this beautiful butterfly. And I think I went through that as well, moving so much and learning new cultures. And it's all based on Latin pop, which I think it'll be really cool for young girls who are also kind of transitioning from young girls into young women, which I just turned 20. So I'm kind of in that phase. And I think a lot of girls will relate to it, hopefully, because I wish I would have had something like that when I was like kind of going from like 17 to 20.
We love the positivity.
So, yeah.
Speaking of which, since we're on this subject, it's that time of the interview where I got to ask the hard questions. What is the most challenging part of being a young artist in the industry?
That everybody has an opinion about everything. That's it.
Talk about it.
And as a woman, Another person I look up to is Carol G. Carol G opened the path in the urban world for us women. And she always talks about the struggle and, you know, you're being undermined. And it's something that I didn't quite understand where she was coming from until now I'm dealing with it. And I'm like, girl, I got you. So I think it's not hard, but people will make it a little bit harder on you to try to stand up for yourself and be like, this is my idea and this is what I want to convey. Oh, well, what if people don't like it? What if I think the right audience will find you? And if you don't make something you love and you connect with it, it'll never really happen. So
bars. Gems and bars, everybody.
People say, you know what, you could make whatever and it'll be more popular, it'll be more trendy. And I'm like, I'm not really trying to follow the trend. I'm trying to make my own trend. I don't want to be the next whoever. I want to be me. And if people like it, then awesome. And, you know, that's it. I think that's the hard part of the industry. But if you kind of like stand up for yourself and you know, work on your ideas, obviously get better and take critiques, and that's a good thing, you know. People won't take the time of the day to tell you if it's not true. But you don't have to lose your essence in the process. That's what I would say.
Okay. Who is your biggest influence right now?
Like musical artist?
Anything. Who's your biggest influence in life? Because whoever's your biggest influence in life somewhat influences your music.
Shoot, my biggest influence in life is my mom. My mom is the strongest person I know.
Okay. What's her name?
Bushra.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I can't call her that. She, you know, she mad strong. You know, she's gonna take this.
You know what? It's something about mamas and that strength, though.
Absolutely. And I've dealt with some situations being in the industry, and my mama, not knowing much about the industry, has been able to make the best decisions for me and really stand up for me. So she's my inspiration. Has always been there to support me. And I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for her. Whenever I felt like quitting, she was like, girl, no, we're not going to quit.
There you go.
So I would say my mom.
Well, let's get on a lighter note. We got one more lighter note. And that lighter note is, if you could work with one artist in the industry, who knows who watches these videos? Who knows who these videos get sent to? If you could work with one artist in the industry, who, why, and what project would you do?
That is such a hard question.
I told you
hundreds.
I told you the last part of the interview was going to be the hardest questions.
I mean,
we'll break it down. Who?
That's the hard part. Hello. Oh gosh. I think I'd say Shakira.
What project?
Genuinely, with her, I would love to do like a Spanish song. And the reason why is a lot of Americans don't know this, but Shakira, even though she has amazing music in English, like one of my favorite songs from her is in English, but her lyricism and the way she conveys stories in Spanish, since she was like my age, is amazing. And I feel like I would learn so much around her. She's been in the industry for like over 30 years. And I would learn so much around her. Whatever she wanted to do, shoot, I don't care. Whatever she wanted to do, I would be down for. I think I would be such a sponge around her and learn so much from her. And again, coming back to the foundations and what she's done for Colombia, I want to do the same thing for Venezuela. So, you know. That's
a smart answer. I love that. Yeah. It's not selfish. And you said the right thing. Learn. I want to learn from them.
I do love Beyonce, though, you know. That'll be another one.
The Beehive.
Oh, I'm proud, Beehive. Proud. Hello.
All right. Well, that about wraps up the little time we do have. But before we go, I need you to look into the mini cameras we have here. We'll pick one. You know, we're going to look straight, and somebody's going to catch us.
Okay, cool.
I need you to do two things for me. Number one, I need you to tell those people that are watching you right now where they can find you at. Mm-hmm. And then number two, I need you to introduce the song that you are about to perform for them.
Okay.
Live, so that they can get a taste of what you have to offer and what you are giving these people that you make cha-ching
Cha-ching, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't be asking me for no cha-ching. I'll tell you that. So, everybody, my name is Imen. You can find me at Imen Musica, IMEN MUSICA, on all platforms. And I'm super excited to be performing La Noche Aquella, featuring Mare. I'm very excited for you guys to hear the song. And please, go let me know what you think. I love you, and thank you for your time.
Without further ado, excuse me, Mr. Bill. I know you want to sit here and watch this, so we'll keep you right there. Ha! Knew you like hanging around. I'm going to move this out your way. And check. Ooh.
Ooh, she's loud.
Just wait on it. The magical man is about to do magical things. All right. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right, and wait a minute.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill, hold it down for me. See, it's gonna. Yeah, the reverb.
Bailando en Miami, bajo la luna, brillo en esta fiesta, una locura. The beat drops low, but I can't let you go, and I'm lost in the crowd, but your eyes me dicen que quieres recordar la noche aquella frente al mar. El ritmo de las olas fue difícil de olvidar. Ahora que estamos aquí, el tiempo hay que aprovechar. Dime si estás dispuesto y yo me presto para ti. Te lo juro que me presto, me tienes loco, mami, si te soy honesto. Que como yo no hay nadie que esté dispuesto a hacerte cosas que nadie nunca te ha hecho. El tiempo sigue, nunca para. Te tengo aquí, yo estamos cara a cara. Mira y me toca, no es igual. Te lo juro que como a nadie se me tranca el corazón. Cuando te sientas, tú me pasas como un loco cachente. Te quiero de tu amor, como dice siete. Si son muchas las ganas, prendo la intermitente. Que quiero recordar aquella noche frente al mar, cuando encima te tenía y eso me ponía mal. Ya sé que hace tiempo no nos vemos. Aprovechemos el momento, que esto no se da todo el tiempo. Y ya se te nota por dentro que quieres recordar la noche aquella frente al mar. El ritmo de las olas fue difícil de olvidar. Ahora que estamos aquí, el tiempo hay que aprovechar. Dime si estás dispuesto y yo me presto para ti. Que quieres recordar la noche aquella frente al mar. El ritmo de las olas fue difícil de olvidar. Ahora que estamos aquí, el tiempo hay que aprovechar. Dime si estás dispuesto y yo me presto para ti. If you wanna come by, all you gotta do is look my way. It's the night of night, boy, bring your body over here. Young Carter, dime shawty.
I love you. Thank you.
And we will be right back after this quick commercial break. See y'all next time. That's a picture. Hello, everybody. Oh God, the reverb. Oh my God, it's so bad. In case y'all didn't know, I have auto tune in my voice, and it probably stopped by now. It's fine. The auto tune probably is out, but I'm not. Welcome back to the second round of Free World Radio today. Man, I look bow-legged. That is wrong. Woody, what's up, Buzz? Hey, well, today we have another special guest for y'all. This guy, my mentor, is a pretty swell guy. I've been rocking with him for about 3-4 years now since I came to Full Sail, and it's only right that he gets a chance to come on the show and share his vast amount of knowledge with y'all. This man is, what do you call them people? Content creators, cyber design, and everything. This man is a professor and everything else that comes along in life. He's a recently married man as well. And he's just a great guy. Introducing to you guys and the world, Mr. Jasper, the Filmhead.
What's up, D?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, good sir?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Love all of this, man.
Yes, it looks nice in here, doesn't it?
This is nice, man.
I should have changed the lights for your interview.
No, sir. This is fine. This is fine.
Well, like we did last interview, you know the deal.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and look at the camera and tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Where you were born, who are you, what do you do, and just a little background.
Okay, well, I'm a DMV boy to the end. I'm from PG County, Maryland. Grew up mostly in Maryland, D.C. area. That's my home, born and raised. I always will rep that to the end. Considering all things, like you mentioned, I am a content creator. You know, I've done a lot of stuff over the years, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Like, you know, it's an amazing story to tell, man. You know, I obviously was a professor at Full Sail, right? Did that for 3 years, you know, until there was some changes, you know, with funding and stuff. But, you know, the funny story with that, man, I didn't even apply to that job, bro.
How did you end up getting that job? Let's talk about that.
So, and this is kind of, I think, the testament of, you know, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you for a lot of reasons, because I think
Thank you.
Things like this is kind of how you get out there. So, like, for me, I was making content, you know, in the 2018-19 era. I was making a lot of content for brands, you know, shooting videos, writing scripts, doing blogs. That's when blogs was kind of a big deal. And Dr. Carrie Welly, shout out to her. She's not at Full Sail anymore. She found me on Instagram. And, you know, being a former Full Sail grad and stuff, she followed me, and all of a sudden she just called me up and said, hey, would you like to speak at an event on campus? And like, sure, why not? So I go to the event. At that time, I was living in Brandywine, Maryland with my cousin, and fly down there. I speak. The name of the event was called the Intersection Summit. And after the event, I get in a way kind of stopped by one of the program directors asking would I be interested in teaching. And the rest is history. That's how. Didn't apply. Wasn't looking for the role. Just kind
of fell
doing my thing, and kind of happened. If the role found me, you know.
Because I remember when I met you, I think you had been at Full Sail 1 year.
That was like 1 year when. And that's even a crazy story.
Yeah.
Yo, so I'm let me take. I know this is your. I'm gonna take hold. I'm gonna tell you how I met this guy. So I got a DM on Instagram. You know, from you. I don't remember the first one, but you had questions here and there about Full Sail, and so you know, I was trying to make sure that you got all of the information you needed, because even with my content now, I make a lot of college help content, and I take the approach of making sure I say the right things, because I know there's a life on the other end of that. And see, when you're on your phone posting up the videos, all you see is a little profile pic and a comment. You know, you kind of don't think that actually is a real person, you know? So long story short, you know, I said, yo, this is how you get here, blasey, blasey, whoop-de-whoop. And then one day I'm in the parking lot getting out of my car, and I hear, Mr. Jasper, Mr. Jasper. I'm like, who's that calling me? And then I look up, lo and behold, is this dude right here. And I was like, and first of all, I didn't. Once again, only seeing your profile thing, I didn't know who you were. I don't know who this guy is, but he's excited to see me. And you run up, man, and then it clicks. Oh, that's the guy I was talking. And so, it's crazy. That was 20, 23, 20, yeah,
20, no, 22.
22, yeah. So like from there to now to be in this, man, and it's that's why I said, like, I'm proud of you, man. Like, literally, this is the way it is,
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, man,
crazy times we both had. Crazy
times. That's
crazy.
Kind of the story of life, right?
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Very true. Very true.
But this isn't about me and how proud you are of me. We're talking about you.
Yeah.
We're talking about you.
Yeah. I love this astronaut too, by the way, man. Like,
he goes by many names. What do you want to call him this episode?
Well, I think I'll call him Bill, right?
All right, so we're calling him Bill.
Right, so
Bill
we'll keep Bill.
is sticking, and Bill
We'll
is the
respect
name
Bill.
of the game.
Yeah.
Let's start out on the bad notes.
Okay.
Let's do the bad notes so we can end this interview on good notes.
Hey, this is your thing, man.
Let's talk about some of the hardships that you may have experienced over the years. Would you like to care to share one incredible lesson, being a seasoned black man as you are?
Seasoned, all right.
Not gonna call you old or elderly.
Wow. Wow, bro. Shit.
You're not that, I'm gonna say you're not that much older than me either.
Nah, man, I'm 36, bro.
I'm gonna say I'm only 33, so
I mean, I know I'm bald and all, but God damn.
I got like 2 strings I can give.
No, hold on. Now see, one day you will be here, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know if you'll be bald or not, but one day you're gonna be right here.
Oh man, my
And see, my mind, like, I wasn't that far. Like, my mind is still fresh into the 20s.
I get that,
But it is what it is. Father time does keep on working, and you wake up 36. I once had dreads. See, she's cracking up over there. Like, you wake up 36 with a gut,
with a gut,
and then you realize, when you open the door for somebody, they thanks up. It's you're gonna be here one day, bro. And when you get here, you will remember what Jasper said. That's that feeling. I mean, but you can't help it. But
it seems I have hit a nerve.
Oh man, I don't even know where you was going, but bro, this.
I'll bring it back.
Let's the hardships. Aside from getting older, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So I will say this. So anybody that follows me for a while, one of the biggest hardships in my life is when my mom passed. I was 22 years old when she passed, and actually, that was the first college that I went to was Francis Marion University in Florence, South Carolina. Very small university in a very small side of South Carolina. So that was kind of like a different life ago. I was still doing communications. I was still into making videos. The world was a little different back then, but I was kind of on this trajectory of just figuring myself out. So I wasn't really into the college thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was partying, I wasn't studying, and, mom goes. And then, I kind of went from this realm of working as a student to now working to pay my bills. It's a difference with that, right? Like, literally, when you're working to keep a roof over your head and keep food, it's like that side of life a lot of cats don't feel until they get older. I just turned 22 when that happened. So I learned a lot about being independent and being self-reliant. I had still have a lot of questions on, how to figure things out, which is why I like to make sure that I'm present for you or whoever else may need my advice or help, because, hey, I know what it's like to be out here with just you in your shoes. You feel me? Yeah. Like, literally, what is it like to have a uncle or a big bro you could call and be like, yo, bro, like, I just met this girl, man. I'm feeling her, but I don't know.
Especially when you're an only child. I have
Facts.
I got cousins and stuff, but like to have someone older is always just that yearning that you never can just piece together.
It's a big deal. And then the other side to that is being able to talk to a real cat, right? That actually, that isn't just throwing out cliches your way. You feel me? Like somebody that's being like, yeah, bro, like she's cool, but you know, keep an eye out for that because I can tell you struggle with this and she might be able to pick up on that or vice versa. She might be great with that. You might. So it's like when you have those experiences, man, like those were all things that I kind of learned from mistakes, you know?
Yeah.
I've made and still make a lot of mistakes, bro. Like, but you know, the beauty is, you know, you don't have to let those mistakes define you, you know? So I would say probably if I didn't have content creation, if I play the piano, if I didn't have the piano, if I didn't have God, man, every morning I pray, bro. Like, if I didn't have all of those things, I wouldn't be sitting here. You know, I wouldn't be that Instagram profile you found to add. Like, so it's like, it's all of these things that kind of kept me, you know, staying that course because it is so easy when you have to pay bills to just forget about the dreams, right? Because you got the necessities of life you got to take care of.
Every time.
And then not to mention, if you're not around the right people, so like when I was younger, there was this, before my wife, there was another one, right? And there was others, but you know, you kind of look like this young guy with a wild dream that just isn't trying to be a man and grow up, right? Mm-hmm. And I've always been me, right? Like this has always been me. I've just gotten older, so being creative, shooting videos, doing something with technology has always been me. Mm-hmm. But some people will want you to fit into what they believe is the responsible male adult that does this because a man does this and the man says that. And I was like, yo, I could do that in my lane. You know, I just need some support, even if I have to create it all myself. And I created this business called Jasper Films LLC.
Jasper Filmy.
And that's a story how I came to the filming, but that was when I turned 25 and I just used that business like it was my own school because I had flunked out of school, you know, and so I needed to still pay bills, but I didn't want to give up on shooting behind the camera and editing. So I would just go to businesses and be like, yo, you need some content, you need some videos. And, you know, I started, you know, getting churches, I started getting organizations, I started getting businesses that would bring me on, and that helped me build a portfolio of my own, right? And that's kind of honestly what got me into Full Sail.
Yeah.
You know, because all of that experience, you know, to teach at Full Sail or to teach at any university, you need like a minimum of 5 years in that field. Yeah. For me, all of those years was contracts,
just grinding.
Clients, just grinding. And it was literally the things that at the time I did not know would help me. Like there were things that was making me feel good, right? Because I was doing something I enjoyed, but I didn't know that shooting, you know, a fundraising event for a nonprofit would be more profitable for this organization because they needed that same exact thing. You know, I didn't know that, you know, this was in 2015 before socials was kind of the way it is now. I didn't know actually creating a stream of videos actually will become the early birth of my life in content creation, you know, and actually selling that to businesses and marketing that. Like all of those things, I had no clue. Essentially what I was doing, I was just doing it because it made me happy and this is what I wanted to do, you know?
Following your heart.
Following my heart.
You said that social media, how many followers do you have collectively? Like collectively?
Well, I'm at 21,000 on TikTok.
Nice.
And it's still trending. Instagram about a good 5,300-ish. That I have some stuff I'm bringing to Instagram. Instagram has been a funky space for me. I'm not going to lie. It's because I want a polished look, but I have one in mind. On my YouTube, I think I'm at like 12,000 on YouTube. Facebook, like another 6,000. So when you do the math, that's like what,
You got a lot of people watching.
A good little, a good little bit of people watching me, you know?
One of the things I have to always remember, and you see it on television shows and stuff, like we have to remember, you said it earlier today too, the person that's liking that picture, you know, just because we're on social media, you get 20 likes and you're like, oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Imagine if 20 people are in one room saying they like what you like. That is a whole different feeling. And that's what people have to remember. Like, it don't matter. Like, you got to understand, like, 20, 15, like, that's a mass of people.
Yeah.
So imagine if you can make that go from online to real life.
Well, I tell you, to your point, man, like, there's some things that just happens. Like, so there are times, like, with my content where I'm like, yo, I don't know if I'm really, you know, doing anything, if, you know, and then I always get a DM randomly from someone, you know, like now I have a lot of, if you're failing college videos on my TikTok.
I've been watching.
and, you know, it is what it is. I speak from that space because I've been there, man. I've been dismissed. I've been on probation. I know what it is to go back to a community. So I speak to that because, I mean, here I am now, right? It's doable. You can come out of that, right?
Absolutely.
But when you're in that, it's not fun.
You're in the thick of it.
It sucks.
And
so, you know, I always get a DM from someone, from a student, from a parent, from a teacher, you know, that's like, hey, what you said really was what I really needed, right? Mm-hmm. And then it just brought this, I have this policy now, don't go viral for nothing. Because at the end of the day, anybody could create stuff that could get attention, right? But then there's a reality that, like, yo, like, it's happened to me. I've been downtown and somebody would recognize me from Instagram or TikTok. And then you're now like, yo, I hope when that person sees me in person, it's for a good cause, right? Yeah. Like, what if it is a thing. We've had some content creators recently lose their life, you know? And so there's a part to reality where if I'm saying things, I want to put out the best positive, helpful, reinforcing content that I can, because this isn't a game, you know. There's a reality that you could do something that could impact someone's life. So I would rather, you know, be positive with that. I've kind of lost the, I guess, drive for the views, for the impressions and the reach and all of that, because those things fluctuate. There's videos that I argue are 5 times better than my most viewed videos. Like, I have like a video on TikTok that has like 500 something odd thousand views and it's still trending. But that's a video of a hotel I stayed at when I was in Atlanta. Compared to, that's exactly what that, compared to a video that I have, you know, talking about what it took for me to get out of my own mind to believe that I could do things, right? You know, being a young man, feeling like I'm capable of doing things. And that video has like 1,200 views, but the comment section is golden. I got brothers in there that's like, yeah, man, I needed to hear somebody tell me that I can do this, because sometimes that's half of the battle. So, you know, social media doesn't always reflect the real impactful content. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, you just got to keep on going with the punches and rolling with this game, you know?
As we all do in life, unfortunately. What are some marketing gems you can give to some content creators out there that are trying to get where you are, just to build either that first small fan base or just get that first niche that they got? What's some gems you can drop to them?
Do something that you know really like matters to you. Because if you really are going, and I start there because, like, let's take what I do, College Help. Whether I get 1 view or 1 million, I'm always going to try to help a brother out. I'm always going to try to put some gems out there to try to help someone make it, you know. And what happens is, in this game of content creation, it is so easy to spend the money and spend the time and rack your brain around the content and post it and get 200 views and feel like you didn't do shit. You feel me? And nobody, like, all of this, right? The effort you put into planning this, the texting we've done, the other things that you do, everybody on the other end of the world doesn't see that. So if you did not have a deep motivation to help other artists, right, or be you and build your brand, if you're living off of those views, I'm gonna let you know right now, bro. It's not going to. It's not gonna. You're gonna die quickly in this business because that's just the one thing that you can't control all the time, even when you do all the right things. And then I think the other thing, I would say is like really know the people that you're trying to connect with. Like we say the niche, right? But like literally, if you really know, like, hey, I think about the younger version of me when I make my content and the stuff that I probably should have been told or didn't hear, right? So when I'm speaking, and my mind is still, like I told you, still understanding of where he was. If I was to talk to Jasper at 22, I know where his mind was at, right? So like a lot of times I could identify with that and speak to those things directly. But sometimes I think content creators go through this hunt of what should I say and how does it connect? And that sometimes is a reflection of you not really knowing the people that you're trying to connect with, right? Because when you really know those people, you have, always conversations that you could put together, right? And then AI, it is what it is. Like, hey, like early in this game, there wasn't AI and now AI is there. And I spend a lot of time on ChatGPT, Google Gemini, just chatting about a lot of things, and it comes out with a good bit of ideas of stuff.
That was just about to be the next question.
Yeah.
How do you truly feel about AI, and do you think it will grow or destroy the content creation scene?
It will grow if you use it right? Because you have like some people that hop on ChatGPT, hop on Gemini, even Sora. Like I have my Sora page up.
Yeah, you're a rapper now.
And there's a lot of things I'm probably going to be on Sora. You have a lot of people that don't really, once again, understand the fundamentals of the people they're trying to connect with, don't understand the fundamentals of making great content. They just want to make hypeful things, right, to try to get attention. AI won't help you with that because automatically you're just trying to get attention, right? So if you have good, understanding for your people, all AI is going to do is just give you a better way of connecting with your people, right? Like for me on my TikTok, most of my followers are females between age range of 35 to like 50 something. And most of them are moms, to be honest with you, moms of young men, and young women, but a lot of them moms of young men that, want to have advice for their young son or son that's in college or whatever. So with me knowing that, I already understand the psychology of who I'm talking to. You get what I'm saying? So, and then that makes me empowered to talk with AI and be like, yo, like, I already know that we're looking at some changes with student loans and everything else next year. What are some things I could be thinking about with the latest updates? And then something will pop up and then it will click on my perspective on how that single mom may think, right? So it's a science, It starts with really knowing the people for sure.
All right. With everything going on in your life right now, good, bad, ups, downs, incredible, 5-year plan. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I'm definitely working on another master's now. University of Miami.
I was gonna say, I forgot you were going to the university.
Yeah. University of Miami. I'm working on my second master's. It's in business technology with a focus in artificial intelligence, blockchain technology.
Of course.
It is what it is. All of the experiences I told you with AI is not really as relevant. It's relevant, but AI is a whole new force of changes, and I just want to make sure that I can leverage my experiences in this new lane that we're in with AI. So I'm back in school and, upskilling and making my skills a little sharper in that regard. So, I should be graduating, Lord willing, around December of next year.
Nice.
I have, obviously, a wife, right? So
we're getting to that. Don't you worry about that. We're getting to that part.
Having family and, I'm in the phase now where I'm just, building, some things so that family and maybe if I have kids, they could be set, coming into the game, for the most part. I don't know if I'll be back in the classroom officially. You know, it's crazy because I actually had a online school reach out to me about an instructor role. And like I told you how I got into teaching, it wasn't what I looked for. It just became, you know, I don't know if I am in that space to get back into that yet. But I definitely will continue mentoring and helping out young guys and young ladies.
As
you know,
you should.
You know, because like I said, you know, everybody needs an uncle or big bro around there with no judgment, with any support.
Absolutely.
You know, for certain. You know, so those are a few things in the wheelhouses I'm working on. You know?
Now, since you brought it up,
Yeah.
since you're a newly, happily married man, how was that journey? Because I know that was a journey in itself.
Well, you know, so like I mentioned, there were others before her. You know, I think there's an art of just knowing how to bounce back. You know, because like there's the phase of Jasper that tried to force a relationship. Then there's the phase of Jasper that was just whatever. Right? Then there was the phase of Jasper that had all the stuff together, just the wrong person. You know? And you know, all of those things taught me things about myself. Right? It taught me about my non-negotiables, what I'm just not going to take. You know, it taught me about the things that if I did get with someone like my wife, what I need to be mindful of, right? And then there's just a little inkling, I think, of toxic everywhere in all of us that you got to be aware of too, right? Like, yo, I got this thing right here. Sis, I love you, but
Like, I just want to let you know,
I got this little thing right here that
in this contract, there is a big bold part right here. No parentheses. It's all in bold. I get that.
Yeah, so
I definitely get that.
So, you know, like, so I you know, I was talking with another, you know, guy about this, and it's like, hey, like, when you know those things about yourself, you know, it just makes it a little easier when you do find that one, you know, to know that that is the one, you know, because like literally, if you would have talked to Jasper 6 years ago, I would probably not have known my wife when I had saw her, you know, because the headspace that I was in, you know. And my priorities then, you know, I still have a lot of the same priorities, but they shifted over the years, you know, and me knowing what is beautiful and what I need makes more sense. Like Rhea, she always supports me. Like she sees the content and doesn't question it, you know, sometimes challenges me, you know,
she joins you sometimes.
She joins me in that. So it's like when you meet that right person that is in it to win it, right? And has their own thing and, you know, kind of knows that you are more than what the world says to you. I even dropped this gem on y'all. Like literally, you know, I got laid off. Like literally in the same year I was laid off, she still said yes and still married me. So literally, if we want to get technical, there's a lot of content. There's a lot. And I'm saying this because I am a man that literally had a woman that was still beside me when I didn't have a job to my name.
In today's world, that says a lot.
And I'm telling you, that's a lot. And I'm telling you, there has. But now, granted, there wasn't things that I didn't know. See, now, bear in mind you, I off of the rip when I knew that I had lost, you know, my role. I already had some calls and some ideas of some things that could make some things turn.
You had the backup plan.
I had some backups already established,
Absolutely.
Right? It wasn't going to be like the salary, but we wasn't going to go without some dollars because bills got to be paid.
Bills got to be paid.
So albeit, and I told you, you know, when I turned 25, I started a business, so I know what the hustle is. So literally, you know, I think, you know, just meeting someone that could see all of that. Right. And not just see the salary and not just see the degrees and all the external things, but could really see like, yo, this guy right here, like whatever situation he's in, he's still going to be all right.
Like that.
You know,
because we're not going to talk about how well traveled you are.
Well,
we're not going to talk about the many nations. You can just
man.
drop a couple. Just drop your 3 coolest places you've been, because
Three
you've been
coolest places.
You've been a lot of places.
Well,
John.
Egypt was definitely dope.
Jeez.
Like I just got back from Egypt, man. And,
saw the pictures.
yo,
I was jealous.
yo.
It's okay.
seeing those, like seeing those periods and pyramids in real life, it's just wild, man. Because these things were made thousands of years ago, and they still are standing. And
Did you touch one?
I was inside of one. There's a picture.
You went inside.
Yeah, there's a picture I have. It's on my. I have the picture of us as my wallpaper. Mm-hmm. But on my iPad, there's a picture where I'm actually. So the smallest pyramid. There's 3 pyramids of Giza, and the smallest one you could actually walk inside of. And the tomb, I forget who they said was in the tomb, but I was in that tomb or whatever. Yeah, I walked in there and I'm just like, wow.
Did you burn some sage on your way out? Because
Egyptians
don't play about their curses.
That thing was hot though. It was really hot, man. Because like you're going down into the ground and you got all these stones on top of you, and this is Egyptian heat, so you're feeling, you're feeling some heat.
Is it like dark, or did y'all have like wall torches?
They had some lights in there,
like automated or fire.
They were like LED lights, kind of like this,
okay.
I don't know how they were powering them, but they were like alongside of the little ramp that was going inside of the thing,
okay,
or whatever. But yeah, man, Egypt for sure was really dope. All
right,
South Africa,
of course.
Cape Town, South Africa, man. When I tell you the soul in the music, like if you ever like listen to like those choirs. Right,
the gospel choirs,
those gospel choirs, or even just some of those, singers on Instagram or on maybe on a documentary or something by natural, like you hear how great they could sing, but like when you're like in their presence, you could feel like the soul behind their cries. Like there was this little kid choir. We stayed like on this riverbank in Cape Town, and there was like this little plaza where there was boats and restaurants and stuff. And it was really cool because, we ate dinner there a couple of nights. And there would usually be like singers and actors and people doing stuff to make money. And there was this choir of teenagers. Like none of them couldn't have been over than the age of 18. These were like all like teenage kids. And they're singing. And one of these girls, she cried out, yeah, I can't sing. But it's like you hear that soul in there. It's like, man, like that is nothing like what we have in the States. Nah. Like you just, it's like your gut feels that, man. So yeah, definitely Cape Town, Egypt. Number three.
I know you gotta like put all of them into one more category, so this might be a little hard.
So, everybody has been to Dubai, so I'm not gonna roll. So Singapore was dope.
Okay.
Singapore was so. What I liked about Singapore. Now, the other thing I love about Rhea is that she's not a nightlife person. In preference of mine, maybe I just didn't want to marry a clubber, but literally, literally the nightlife in Singapore. Like so we went to this lounge where they had great food too, by the way. And bro, there was this girl behind the ones and twos. That girl was mixing for her life, man. Like when I say I was struggling to eat and I almost was about to dance, like bruh. Like I mean, and I'm telling you, like the mindset, right, to party life and nightlife there is almost like what you would see in like pop movies, right? Where you just see like the lights and the parties and the drinks, everywhere. Right? And then there was this random guy, didn't know this guy from Adam. He just walked up to our table and said, "Hey, you look like," I didn't know what he was saying. "You look really cool." Like, and we took a picture, and then he bought our drinks. Like my wife and I ordered drinks, and they was like, "Nah, like he paid for those." Like, I don't know. Just random guy, right? Like, so like it's just the fun party scene for sure in Singapore. It's a very beautiful city too, man. Like, and then not to mention, bro, like, and I'm sorry I could go on.
Yep,
but
fine.
Not to mention, like, you can see, like, in front of, so we stayed at the Continental And there's Bugattis outside in the front. You see Lambos, you see McLarens, you see Rolls Royce trucks that you won't see here in the States.
Yeah,
So there's just
yeah.
like, so it's like, it's funny because I'm not gonna shade on Atlanta, but when you go to some of the places where they think they're flexing, like
Real
nah,
money.
like nah, bro. Like I've seen the real money cats. Like yo, so yeah. Singapore, Cape Town, and Egypt for now are my top 3. You know, yeah.
One day, all right, when I get my passport, we're gonna all
Gotta
travel.
get that passport, bro.
Uh,
Hey, get that passport,
sooner
man.
than later, everybody. Sooner than later.
Hey, get it, yeah.
Let's see. Where are we at in this interview? Is this the time that you do your rap song now?
Oh wow, really? I'm rapping?
You
man.
just pronounced to everybody that you were dropping a single.
Yeah.
So are you not a rapper now, or is this AI again?
Was that Bill that said that? Because I don't think there was a little phase in high school where I was rapping, but that I buried that and left that.
You better be happy Bill's arms don't move.
Man.
They're pretty blown up. Let's see. Life is life, and as usual, as we all know it.
Yeah.
But with everything going on, like I said, you're a married man. We talked about the hardships of life. We talked about where you're going. There seems to be only one more thing we need to talk about today. What's next coming up in Jasper's content or events life?
Well, I do want to have a good party. You know, so when we were talking, I was telling you 25K, but it is what it is. Like on my TikTok, I'm growing faster every month. So I don't know if I can have a party ready by the 25K marker. So
If
maybe,
there's a will, there's a way. I'm sorry.
you know, but I do want to have like a group party type thing, you know, celebrating the growth of the platforms. But I don't want it to be more of a celebration of just me, you know, like literally something that I've been kind of in the wheelhouses of is trying to help more, you know, young men and women get into school, right?
Okay.
So like I've been wanting to kind of look into what connections I can build to raise some dollars to possibly help a young guy or a young sis out with money for school type of thing. So it would be kind of a celebration of helping, you know, some
So
young
donation
ones.
and everything.
Yeah, things like that, you know, for sure. Because that's really what I'm kind of all about these days, man. You know, this world we're living in now, man, is just so anti-education. And I'm not going to say that a college degree is going to guarantee a job or guarantee security. Hell, I got a bachelor's, master's in a second, and I get laid off too, right? It happens. But there's a good crowd of people that I think would have more tools in their arsenal if they had a college education, right? Like you got like some brothers out here that are hustling and making things pop without one. So there's a question to what you would do, bro, if you actually knew what business was.
Like if you get applied and everything.
Right? Like literally, I have a professor now. He's from Germany, really intelligent PhD. He's worked on some of the research studies for Apple, for Meta, for IBM. And it's like, yo, bro, like what would happen if you had the right sister or the right brother crying for networks to meet people like this, right? Like some of us just don't know the people that we need to get there,
That
right?
part.
And there's some colleges that have those people there, right? I mean, and it is costly. But,
Nah, it's costly.
But I'll put it to you this way. Like literally, I got the return on my investment from teaching at the school that gave me my degrees. Like literally, you know, 1 year's and a half salary paid off all of that debt. So there's, I think, like a will of just knowing and believing. Because if it was a business, you would be investing into yourself anyway. You would be spending the money on the gear. You would be probably taking out a loan, or you probably would spend money on ads. You would spend money on something to get the return on your investment. Why not invest into yourself and trust that you could get that return on your investment, right? Because essentially, like, I didn't know I was going to become a teacher, but I knew that, yo, like after I got this degree, I was already making salaries more than people that had degrees. I already knew I was going to make more, you know? So Yeah.
Before we start to head out, what's one more gem you want to kind of give to the young people out there that are going to be watching the show today? It can be about anything.
Don't get stuck. Like literally, like I said earlier, if there's something you really want to do, right? I mean, like I told you, like I'm 36 now. If I would have let, overdraft accounts, bad female selections, people around me, and the doubt in myself stop me from doing stuff, once again, I wouldn't be here. There has to be like, a ship, right? Like I believe that a man that has a ship that's going somewhere is much healthier than a man that's just looking for something that's going to keep him afloat. You feel me? There's a difference with that, right? Like literally, this may not be the bag for you now, but that doesn't mean it won't be the bag for you later, right? Or even if it's not the bag, this could be the piece, right? That still keeps DJ Red, that still identifies Malcolm. And I believe like when you have those things that you hold on to, you can at least go through some experiences and still know who you are.
Absolutely.
Because there are some experiences where you could question, what have I become? like, what
have I done?
What have I done? So yeah, that's my advice. Pick something, even if it sounds crazy, just get good at it. Get dope at it. You feel me? Like literally, I talk with a lot of Full Sail grads, right? Some of which are doing their thing, some of which don't know what to do. And it's like, yo, bro, like, or sis, if you just get better at what you do, right? If you learn, what makes you stronger as a competitive worker in this workforce, right? Then there's conversations that change, right? You get random Instagram DMs on being able to teach somewhere, right? That wasn't an effort that I orchestrated, right? That was just a simple effort of trying to be better at what I did, So, all of that kind of, I think, comes into the mix,
And definitely take opportunities. Do not be scared to take opportunities. Missed opportunities are the biggest regrets that a lot of people have nowadays. Where can they find you at, good sir?
Jasper to Film Me on all socials. JASPERTHEFILMIE across the board.
Usually they put it on the bottom there.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I see.
Yeah. Thank you, good sir.
Absolutely, man. Definitely.
Well, we enjoyed you coming through for your talk on our talk show.
Yo, proud of you, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It is an honor to have you on here.
Yeah.
We wish you nothing but the greatness above. And of course, since you're not a rapper, you're not going to give us a rap performance. That's going to be the end of our show. So, and this end of the show, Bill, you're going to have to count us in. You have to play me in an episode of Rock, Paper, Scissors.
All right, here we go. All right.
We're going to go rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, so we're doing it the real version, not the black
Yes.
version.
Best 2 out of 3.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Who do y'all think's going to win? Make sure you put
Here
in
we
the
go.
comments.
Here we
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Tiebreaker. Here we go. Really? You kept the rock the whole
Absolutely.
time. Such a strategy. Wow.
It's a mind thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a mind thing.
Okay.
As y'all know, I'm still the Rochambeau undefeated champion. Nobody has beat me yet. Until next time, favorable free world crowd. I'm your host, DJ Red Tables. This is Jasper to Film Me. If you have any questions, please reach out to him. He will be more than delighted to give you any advice or just be a friendly voice to talk to. And without further ado, happy holidays, everybody. Kwanzaa, Christmas,
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. For you people that are pagan, that do the blood sacrifices, stay away from me.
Yeah.
I had something else I needed to tell you guys. Oh, artists, if you want to go on my mixtape 12, you got till the end of the month. Just send your music to freeworldgenerals@gmail.com. We'll get you guys set up with that. And be on the lookout within the first 6 months. We have a lot of cool events going on here at Interspace as well, Interspace Orlando. And you're more than welcome to come by. There are going to be lots of food, music, some drinks every now and then, but no, not really, because we live a non-alcoholic life over here. We try to stay off of that. And yeah, no. But everybody, please have a safe holiday. I don't want to hear about anybody in a newspaper or read up and see a news article. And remember, the one thing that I have to tell you guys, if you don't have to know anything else, blue whales breathe oxygen just like we do. And no matter how big they are, they still have to come out the water and breathe. What does that mean? What am I trying to translate to? Nothing, absolutely at all. Just wanted to give you guys the blue whales fact. I'm your host, DJ Red Tables, and with that, I'm out of here. Take us away, PJ. Do, 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 do. Phenomenon.